When people are moving into the Edmonton, Alberta area, they always talk to me about St. Albert. Should I live here? Why should I live here? Everybody tells me I should live here. So I'm here today to talk about the positive things about why people move to St. Albert and the surrounding area. My name is Karen Stanko and I'm with Remax Real Estate, and I've been selling in the Edmonton and surrounding area for over 18 years and have sold many properties in St. Albert, most recently to a friend of mine who moved from Jasper, Alberta to St. Albert and loves it. So let's find out why these properties are so highly sought after. So I'm here today right near Sturgeon River, right near downtown St. Albert, and we're gonna get in deep why people move here. High tax rates. High tax rates in St. Albert, people have known about it for years. People pay it, and why do they pay it? It really comes down to quality of life. Quality of life in St. Albert has been rated in many magazines and many places as one of the highest places in Canada to live for quality of life. So what goes on in quality of life? We have really high-end schools in St. Albert. We have tons of parks in St. Albert, and it is very safe. The crime rate is basically at a zero in the St. Albert and surrounding area. So there's lots of options when you are deciding to move into this community. You are going to pay a lot higher in taxes, but you will get a ton of services. Buses, snow removal, parks, and a lot of great amenities that St. Albert has, including Sturgeon Hospital, which has even the ability to have children at that hospital. It's a full range hospital. Now, St. Albert is expanding hugely. So there are different types of homes that you can buy in the St. Albert area. There's still the 50s and the 60s bungalows. I recently sold one of the oldest homes in all of St. Albert that is actually a residential home. There is also some stunning properties that are being built that are infill now. This is something that's going on. We have the Botanical, which is a great apartment condo, very high end, that lots of people decide to retire into St. Albert. So the quality of life is high, but also it has one of the highest combined income in all of Canada. So this is a big driving force when people decide to move to St. Albert. Now let's go through some cons of St. Albert. The commute into Edmonton, not so great. The taxes, very high, not so great. You're a little bit more isolated here if you want to go to a hockey game or different things in Edmonton. You know, you are a little bit more landlocked with St. Albert Trail and different things like that. But the positives typically outweigh the negatives. And the styles of home that you can buy are apartment condos, which there aren't as many as there are in Edmonton as options. There are townhouses, not as many options. They're starting to build a lot more in the Enjoy Center area. There's a lot of trails to walk throughout the city, but there is a lot of like 60s and 70s style homes and 80s styles homes here. Not as many mid-century modern style. It was more developed in the 80s and the 90s, and there are tons of brand new homes. You know, Erin Ridge has a new lake community. There's Costco, there's a ton of amenities, but is St. Albert growing too big? You might want to comment below what your thoughts are on St. Albert. It used to be this cute little picturesque little city, and I don't know whether it is becoming that anymore because of all of the new communities like Charlotte, Riverside, a whole bunch of development is going on, and I don't think the St. Albert people really love it. It has a great place where you can go every Saturday for a farmer's market, and it has a picturesque river and tons of walking trails on it. So if you decide to make St. Albert yours and your place to live, I'd love to be a realtor of choice. My name is Karen Stanko and I'm with Remax Real Estate. Are the taxes really worth it that you end up paying for all these amenities? And if it is something that you're considering, I'd love to help you find your forever home. Thanks for joining me. Please click on the link below to subscribe. And I have a great, if your tip sheet on buying your first home. You can get that on the link below. Thanks for joining me.